Beamish Museum, the Living Museum of the North, is a world-famous open-air museum in County Durham, near the town of Stanley, not far from Durham City, that vividly brings the history of Northern England to life through immersive, interactive exhibits. It's often described as one of the UK's most engaging cultural attractions. Beamish isn't a traditional museum of static displays. It's a living history experience spread across a large rural site, over 300 to 350 acres, where visitors walk through different time periods of life in the Northeast. Costumed interpreters bring everyday history to life, and many buildings are original, faithfully reconstructed, or translocated from their original locations. Beamish exhibits are arranged into themed historical zones that reflect how life changed over time. There's the 1820s Pockley and landscape, a rural farmstead and early agricultural community, including Pockley Old Hall and a period landscape. There's the 1900s town, an Edwardian town street with shops, a bakery, photographer's studio, and interactive trades. There's the 1900s pit village, colliery workers' cottages from the 1860s, a pit school, chapel, and pit pony stables. There's the railway and tramway, a period tram loop with historic and replica trams and buses, plus an Edwardian steam railway at Rowley Station. There's the 1940s farm, a working wartime farm showing rural life during the Second World War. And there's the 1950s town and Spain's Field Farm, a more recent addition highlighting post-war domestic life, shops, houses, a cinema and council housing scenarios. Activities often include baking bread in a real bakery, riding historic trams or buses, experiencing traditional crafts, and meeting animals such as pit ponies, all designed to make history tangible rather than just observed. Visitors can experience the following: interactive living history with costumed guides, transport rides with tramways, buses and steam trains, seasonal events. For example, 1950s festivals, Christmas evening events and vintage fairs. And educational programs. Beamish hosts many school groups and learning initiatives. In 2025, Beamish won the prestigious Art Fund Museum of the Year Award, one of the world's most significant museum prizes, praised for its immersive storytelling and community engagement. Beamish continues to evolve. Recent developments include new 1950s exhibits like a cinema, shops, and new housing, and future growth is planned, including potential 1980s era developments. Beamish isn't just about old buildings, it's about social history, telling the story of ordinary people in everyday life across different age groups and social classes in the Northeast. The museum has become a cultural touchstone for the region, helping preserve traditions, dialects, stories, and even rare farm livestock. It's also an educational and community hub, offering programs for children, adults, and special groups, and actively involving local people in interpretation and planning of exhibits.